Okay, good morning, parents. This is a video to review what we talked about on the Google Meets yesterday. I will be having those Google Meets daily, twice a day, starting tomorrow. That's going to be a really good way for your student and you to be able to log in and speak with me face to face. It's a good time for any questions. It's a good time for your student to be able to connect with other students. And it's going to be a place where I start kind of integrating a little bit more instruction. So I'm hoping to do some reading lessons, some math lessons, some read alouds, just a way to connect with your student and make sure that they're receiving the instruction that they need to be receiving as we move on during our remote learning plan. So I really encourage y'all to log on during that time because it's going to be a time for your student to get some good information. And I will be sending an email with those specific times and sometime today. So I wanted to go ahead and review some of these apps that we've been talking about in our ClassLink. If you are unable to get to this ClassLink page, please let me know ASAP so that I can kind of shoot that up to our tech guy and he can get you logged in without any issues. So far we've talked about AR. This is a really good app to use to enhance comprehension, especially as we're working on retelling, because students are going to be able to retell the details of the book through the quiz, earn points, and a lot of our students are really highly motivated by this, and so they'll be familiar with this format and pretty good at taking these quizzes and kind of retelling. Up here is Odysseyware. I am a big fan of this app because it starts students where they need to be based on their winter map administration. So you'll see review skills on here, but you'll also see skills potentially that are beyond our grade level for those students that need it. So it's going to really target exactly where they need help, both in reading and math. So I would encourage y'all, if you are able, to at least do one reading and one math pathway on Odysseyware daily. It's really going to help them out. The other apps that I want to talk about today are going to kind of supplement that instruction that we've been talking about. So this first one, McGraw-Hill, this red app up here, it's going to help supplement our phonics instruction. Hopefully you've been following along with the blue sheet in the schedule that we laid out in the remote learning plan for your phonics. Monday and Tuesday, I'm looking for you to read the words and review them with your student. Wednesday, I'm going to be looking for you to write the words in the sentence. Thursday, you're going to be reading the words in the decodable that I sent home in the Ziploc bag. And Friday, you're going to be completing the guided practice in the bag that I sent home as well. The schedule for next week will look a lot the same as that from this week. But you can use this app to help supplement that instructional plan. So you're going to click Launch, and you're going to click this first tab here. So you'll notice when you scroll down to assignments, 2 games that I've assigned you. This is our Unit 9 game. It is going to review prefixes that we're learning this week. And the Unit 8 game is going to be a comprehensive review of the skills that we've learned in class the previous weeks. So these are going to be where they start. It's just a game to practice the skills. If you notice, you scroll up here, you can click any unit that we're working on. So right now we're working on Unit 9. We're going to be on Lesson 1. We're going to scroll to Day 3 because that's where we are. You'll notice a resource here. This is the skills practice that you have a hard copy of. You can also toggle to Day 4 or Day 5, and you'll notice an online version of the decodable we sent home, an online activity, and the same review game that I've assigned down here. So you can kind of toggle through these units up here. So far in first grade, we've worked through units 1 through 8. And so you can kind of just go back and review any skills that you think your student needs practice with. Unit 1 takes us all the way back to letter and letter sounds, but you can just kind of play around with it and go through. There are so many good resources for you to use for phonics review for your student. So that's the first app. The second app I want you to use to supplement your instruction are these HMH resources. We call this the EdHead app because when you come over here, you're going to click on the one with the little face on it. So I've assigned some social studies and science resources through this platform. This also has math resources. In fact, this aligns with those workbooks that we sent home. But right now I've just assigned social studies and science, and as we work through some math planning, I'll assign some math resources as well. You're going to click assignments, and the first 3 assignments are what I've assigned for you to work on through your remote learning plan. So this first one is where I would start. It's like a little science textbook reader. Your child can kind of work their way through. So they're going to kind of read through. You'll notice prompts, you'll notice vocabulary that they can kind of read through and focus on. It's just going to give them a good grasp of plants because that's what we're beginning to work on. They should have a little bit of a grasp of this because we started it last week. I've also assigned an online assessment, kind of like a quiz. It's just for practice, it's not a grade. It'll help kind of test what your students learned by reading through this ebook. And I've also assigned a student magazine with money to review economics that we worked on last week. So that's a really good resource there. I'm going to take you back to the ClassLink page and click out. So I'd focus on those 4 apps from the ClassLink page to just kind of supplement. Couple quick things. I sent out a SurveyMonkey last night via Remind. I'll send it in an email as well. Please, if you have time, do that SurveyMonkey. I just want to know who has access to printers at home and who can print out PDFs going forward and who may need some resources printed out. We're kind of planning for that today. Please continue to follow the schedule. We are going to be uploading the schedule for next week sometime at the end of this week, so just keep an eye out on that. Just as a reminder, please keep your eye on my webpage. To get there, I'm going to type in Mount Carmel Elementary. I'm going to click Faculty and Staff. I'm going to find my name. The remote learning plan is here, so this kind of has a schedule for you. Monday through Friday, what I need for you to be working on. And then the resources page is going to have a lot of links for you. We have some sight word practice, some extra math resources, extra phonics, leveled reading passages, and science and reading resources. We are going to continue to upload PDFs and activities on this page, so please keep your eye on this page because it's going to have a lot of great online resources for you and PDFs as we continue on this remote learning plan. So thank you for listening. Please, again, contact me via Remind or email if you need anything at all. I'm here to help you. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow on our Google Meets. Have a great Wednesday. I'll talk to you guys soon.